And more Tomahawks coming in on this last remaining missile platoon. And we'll have it target the buck. Thanks for the heads up there, CK Finette. I should probably merge range symbols is on. It's just there's a lot of units over here. I only want to show it for selected units. Where am I losing? Oh. Okay, so my F-16s over here got engaged without me actually realizing it. Alright, got one of the Su-30s. And doesn't look like it's going to be able to get the other one. So my Tornado is being chased. What do I have over here to help support it? Alright, so that group's RTB. Move this group into support. And move this group in. Alright. Alright, so I've got some Tomahawks going in at the last missile platoon over here, and I launched a new strike over at this SA-17 over here. And then as soon as that SA-17 is gone, I think I should be clear to start my landings. I completely forgot about this guy over here, about this one spawning. Probably haven't nailed it down enough to... Oh, yep. Damn. Alright, so more missiles are launching. And actually, let's get some more Harriers up. Launch them as a group, launch them as a group, and let us also get my Super Cobras airborne. So Hellfires and 14, yep, that'll work. And two Sidewinders can't hurt. All right. All right, so moving my close air support units in, which in this case is my Harriers taking off. And my F-16s over here have taken care of that last Su-30. All right. So Tomahawk's going in on that buck. I really need this this SA-13 over here, or SA-17. I'm sorry, whatever this is, knocked out. All right, it's knocking out my Tomahawks before they can take it out. So just drop your targets. And let's get My last group of tornadoes. We're going to need these guys. So once this group of tornadoes, we'll use them to take out this missile battery here. And then hopefully once that's done, I should have, how's my air superiority looking? So they're RTB. How's this group look? They are just refueling. This group here should be RTB. Or no. They're just going to refuel as well. And alright, so my air superiority wise, it looks like I'm doing pretty good. Alright. Send this group in after that. Alright. And how are my tornadoes? Tornadoes are up. We will have them target that. Awesome. So lots of aircraft kind of shuffling around now. Yeah, nothing's getting close. This SA site over here is SA-17s are knocking out my my missiles, but I've got my tornadoes in on a SEAD, or I guess in this case it's DAD. DE, yeah, basically just destruction of enemy air defense mission. So once that's knocked out, C-130 over here is still good on fuel. And looks like my cap is slowly having to kind of fall back and refuel at the moment. Mm. Alright, so they were still set to auto attack. So this group now is should have dropped its targets. I'm not sure why it's still firing. Well, if anything, it'll run their SAM site over there out of missiles. Yeah, all my tankers are on a mission over here. They're cycling through automatically. It looks like I'm managing to keep up with my needs. All right, so I'm gonna leave this running just for a couple minutes while I'm waiting for things to go here. I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick. Coiler, it looks like if it's the plane I think you're talking about, it's this Exxon over here, which is my KC-135. It should make it back. It's actually got another 6 hours worth of flying time left, so that should be plenty. Or no, I'm sorry, it's got 2 hours of flying time left. Not sure what the oh, maybe it's been up for 6 hours, but it's got an hour or 2 hours left of fuel. And it looks like my cap is coming back onto station, or should be here shortly. Looks like everybody's refueling or waiting for fuel. All right. Seems to be having a little bit of a pinch for tankers. Oh, I got a couple of T-Lam hits? What did they hit the sand battery, I'm assuming? Nice. Uh-oh. Where did those missiles come from? What were those? Do you have a classification on what type of missiles those were? That's interesting. I wonder if those were surface-to-surface missiles. Alright, well, if those are surface-to-surface missiles, they could only have come from that battery, so it's time for that battery to die. They're probably, used against this target type. Oh, I see why they're not firing. I haven't narrowed down that missile launcher enough. Too much ambiguity. But my good news is that my tornadoes should be coming to within range of that buck here rather shortly. And actually, I should drop these guys down right onto the deck. So we'll send them in low. Uh-oh. Did I destroy that buck? Or did its radar just get turned off and my... Oh, it doesn't have a radar anymore. It just has its launchers, and the launchers can't launch without Awesome. That's great. That's great. So let's switch back to the Netherlands. So that's good to know. So that SA-17 site is no longer a threat. Let's see. Can we attack? It looks like see if we can attack those then. Hey, SSN. All right. So it looks like these guys can't really attack then. And it does look like a couple of frigates actually ended up breaching Aruba. Well, that's great to know. That's exactly what I wanted to hit. So with that buck now knocked out, I think it's time, since I don't really have anything else over here that can be for close support, let's launch, so we'll launch my Harriers over here, and then we'll get my Super Cobras up. Or get the or get the Cobras up, or get the, get the Harriers up to, with JDAMs. Never mind. Those aren't going to do anything against shit against ships. Right. I need to cancel this. Those aren't going to be able to abort. Yeah. All right. We want to abort that because those aren't actually going to do any good. And we will get my Cobras airborne because I believe my Hellfire should be able to target ships. Yeah. All right, so we'll get my Cobras airborne, and we'll use them to go and kind of secure Aruba. All right. I'm gonna spread these guys out a little bit. All right. We'll send these guys to go and take out those two frigates. Or no, I'm sorry, those aren't even frigates, those are just LSTs. They are within harpoon range, but I'd rather use my choppers. If my choppers fail, then I'll send harpoons after those LSTs. If nothing else, my choppers will serve as good spotters. Uh-oh. I lost something. Oh, I'm not paying attention and I'm losing fighters. What happens when I'm off looking at the other side of the map, I have F-16s being engaged. All right, so I lost that group. So it's probably a rather good thing that I reinforce myself here. Uh-oh. All right, so I got that last. All right, so choppers are inbound. And make sure my cap is good. All right, so they're refueling. Yeah, CK, the SAMs in this scenario in the default are really nasty. SA-17s are really hard to defeat, especially since the Netherlands F-16s don't have any sort of anti-radiation missile on them. All right. So my Cobras are moving into position now. And oh fuck. That's not good. Ground troops on Aruba. Well, that's what the Super Cobra excels at, so feel sorry for those buggers. Lots and lots of hellfires for them. And we'll just keep this guy kind of have him circle around, and then still keep the 2 targets. All right, so re-engaging my other. Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I got those frigates. So I am sending I lost 2 of my Super Cobras, but I'm sending the others basically to knock out these ground guys over here. Motor rifles, BTRs, Cobras are meant to kill. Yeah, awesome. So they are knocked out. So it looks like I've cleared Aruba, and those frigates, if they were anything left, or those LSTs just got hammered. Flooding. This one's definitely got to be on fire. All right, so it looks like I've at least, all right, so they've just got Sidewinders. Let's get these guys back to base. So I have secured Aruba, so it's time to get my C-130 to come in and actually retake the island. All right, so Cobras are on their way back to base. They've knocked out pretty much all the current land units on Aruba. All right, so I'm just gonna move my surface group a little closer so I can conduct the amphibious landing. So we're gonna say that these guys are actually on position. They're off the coast. And let's get the LCUs, launches group, launch the ribs, launches group. All right, so we're launching, let's get some Apaches to cover the landing. And let's get my transport helos. All right, so the C-130 is inbound to take Aruba, and my Dutch landing forces are preparing their landing. Man, this flashing sidebar is a first. I'd have expected it maybe once or a little bit, but it's still continuing to do it. All right, so I have not launched small boats yet. No, I have launched small boats. All right, so I have my ribs inbound, and then I've just launched my landing craft. Have them just go to 9 knots, which is their flank speed. And my NH90s are airborne. And let's see, where is the airport at? So there's the drop zone. So send my Cobras to kind of the south here. My boats are moving in. And my Rotterdam task force is just going to kind of sit here. Their job now is just to launch boats. And where is my C-130 at? That's Eurofighter. So there's my C-130. C-130 is still inbound, although it's a little bit of a ways out. And with that, I should probably also get some Harriers up. It's about 4 hours on the Harriers. All right. So my Dutch Apaches are on the south, looking for targets. And then I've got my transport helos that are going to try and secure the airport over here. And that's just a marker, right? That's not an actual, yeah. All right, so helos will secure the drop zone. And you've been triggered 07. Oh, looks like I did drop one of my recon units, so we'll just send them down here. All right, so dropping more. And have my Apaches start providing some close support. All right, so I've got my... All right, so my infantry have dropped. And my Apaches have knocked out the resistance. British Royal Marines. Awesome. And Dutch Royal Marines. Okay, awesome. That's a mortar section. So So I think the objective is that they have to remain, in order to take it, they have to remain in the area for an hour. And where's my helos? Alright, so we'll get these guys back to base. And it looks like I've spotted at least a couple. Alright, so have my Apaches go after this group over here. Start launching Hellfires. Hydras. Alright, so they've... Uh-oh. Although I did lose one to return fire. Alright, so they were able to... So I still got some BTRs, it looks like. And a triple A platoon. And my special operations forces are on their way over here. My landing units are still inbound for the beach. And the C-130 is where? Going as slow as it can go. And let's see. Yeah, I actually didn't know that the Dutch Royal Marines were actually special forces. That's good to know. All right. I don't feel like waiting 4 hours or 6 hours for Cobras, so we're gonna say they're armed now. So get the AH-1Zs up. Launch his group. Launch his group. We'll use these guys to provide fire support for my landing groups. Why won't it let me select this group? So here's back to kind of chugging a little bit. May have to stop the recording and restart it. Alright, so then send this group over here. Alright, so my Super Cobras are now up and moving in to support my landings. Alright, I'm gonna stop the recording here real quick and then restart it. See if that speeds the game up a little bit. Alright. So it looks like my landing craft are closing in. Still actually like a day and a half, or 1 day, day and a half still left in this scenario. Sorry, it might have been because I stopped the recording, even though I don't record with OBS. It might have kind of flickered when I stopped Bandicam. Alright, so cobras are inbound, ribs are inbound, so really not a whole lot for me to do. Although I really can't speed it up too much. I should probably get some, looks like for the most part I've dealt with the Venezuelan Air Force, but I shouldn't actually take that for granted. So what I should really do is probably get some more cap up. Ah, thanks for the heads up. It's always nice to kind of, when something like that happens, because there actually could have been something that happened with the stream. So, um, all right. So still another 2 or 3 hours before, probably 2 or 3 hours before I get my typhoons back, or 40 minutes on that one, but no point in launching one by itself. So I guess in that case, looks like the only thing I've got for cap at this point is F-16s. Launches group. Alright, so how close do I have to get for my landing craft here? Amphib landing, so this might not work for my ribs. This may only work for my actual landing craft. Yeah, because yeah, that's Aruba. Oh, Aruba RHIB landing zone. But maybe. Oh, nope, it's working. Awesome. So starting to land Royal Marines. And have them Cuban Army Infantry Platoon. See if we can finish it off. And just waiting on the second. Oh. All right. So I should have done. Remove his group. Really shouldn't have these in a group. Come on. I, I'm gonna cheat. Just move closer. Why did it show Brit Marines? I really don't know. That's probably just an error in the Oh, because it actually, if you actually look at the actual unit, it says British Royal Marines. All right, so this group of Cobras is going to go and hopefully knock out this AAA battery and this motor rifle platoon. And looks like they are getting some return fire. Awesome. So, unless there's something else here, it looks like I've secured Aruba. Or not Aruba, Caracho, I think is the name of this one. So it looks like this island is secured. And where's my C-130? Awesome. So the C-130 has done its drop. Oh, dropped the recon team. All right. Well, I think that's done it. I think we're gonna just count that as a win. I've got my doesn't look like there's any actual forces remaining on either island. My amphibious landing has been a success, and it looks like they don't. Looks like Venezuela doesn't quite realize it's over with, considering they're still trying to ambush my F-16s over here. But I think with that, that's going to conclude it for today, guys. Thanks everybody for watching, and this will actually be up on YouTube in a couple days in case you missed parts of it. And remember to follow me here on Twitch and on Twitter to find out when I'm streaming. And have a good week, guys. I'll see you guys next week.